So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And
Yo,
we have
what
to
up, what
return
up,
to
what
it
up,
once
what up,
again in its
YouTube?
final chapter
Back
as an
again with
NFL
another
stadium.
video.
Today, a fun matchup for
Alright,
sure.
playing
The
Eagles today.
Philadelphia Eagles
From
and
my
the
last
Chicago
video, I
Bears.
think I had a couple of gripes that I kind of mentioned. Just how, Madden 26 is playing. It could be a fun game to me, I think. Some people like it because it's fun for you if you're using the better teams. The Eagles, top of the echelon teams. Yeah, you're going to have a good time because you have a lot more ability players on your team. So if you're using the Cowboys on defense, number 11 is going to do his damage. We don't even have to blitz. Just rush 4. As long as number 11 is rushing, Bosa's rushing, those star quality rushers are rushing, you're going to get rush. If you're playing with like a team like the Bears, no ability players on the team, on defense, pass rush is just an issue to me. And it's like, that's just my one thing with like disabilities. Like year and year after year after year after year, they keep getting worse and worse and worse, where the ability is kind of like what determines how well your team does. If you don't have any ability players on your team, it's almost close to impossible to play defense now. So that's just my little gripe. I don't think it should be like that because there are a lot of good players in the NFL that just don't get highlighted because they don't have abilities, which kind of, it's kind of terrible. So it limits the amount of teams you're going to see online. I'm just showing this slow display down because he got his feet in bounds, but then last minute he threw the feet out of bounds, but he got his feet in bounds. Because my opponent did pause the game, but there's no instant replay in the NFL, so got in there. But yeah, man, just and another thing too is a couple of years ago they introduced where you couldn't scramble and throw upfield without setting your feet to throw the ball upfield. And because they introduced the new mechanic where you can juke in the backfield, now you can just run around the backfield now, 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage to avoid a sack and just launch it upfield and complete passes. Like things like that. Just to me, I think it just takes away from the game where it's already hard to play defense, and then you add mechanics like that in there, it just makes it like extra tough to play defense. You're already struggling to play defense. You get your opponent in a bind, and because they have fast quarterbacks, you can't do it. You can't sack them. Even though you call the right defense, you call contain. All you have to do is take the ball and run backwards. Just run back 30 to 40 yards backwards, toss it out of bounds, or try to find a receiver upfield. So I mean, it's kind of terrible. But Saquon earlier got me because I was trying to play against this pass. The pass plays he had set up, but he did an inside zone on me, and Saquon took it all the way because I was in a nickel defense. So I got to be mindful of him, like doing inside zones for literally for the rest of the game. So I'm in 3-4 tight right now because I just don't want to run. But then he does the double pass. So I mean, this isn't a hard play to stop. You just gotta know it's coming. And now that he's done it here, to stop it, all you have to do is you play whatever defense you need to play, just as long as you play pass. So if you see him go in motion, just play pass. Do your coverage and just play pass, and then it'll get covered. So he got it here, and you can see him try to do it a couple more times within his gameplay, and you see it's gonna be, it's gonna be stopped. So it's kind of a glitchy offense in a way because you got to keep, be mindful of it because there are plays where he sends that guy in motion and he doesn't do the double pass. He can do a regular pass. But the thing is, if you see him go in motion, you just already know it's coming. Now, what would make it really bad is if, but it doesn't really matter. You could play a run defense against it as long as you play pass. You should be good. So I'm just trying to come back, see if I can score here. But it's just getting to the point where, defense is getting extremely frustrating to play. Like, really, really frustrating to play. Just because of two things that I just think that if they can address it in a sensible way without breaking the game. So my ask is, but like I said, when you have features, they don't want a lot of features to die for that particular year, so we have to live with it. So because, like I said, they've added the whole juke behind the backfield with your quarterback now, they have to make it work. I mean, I get that, but it's like, you don't even need it in this Madden. Because like I said, all you have to do is get Lamar, get a fast quarterback, and just run around the backfield. I don't think I've seen one person do a juke move in the backfield. Because the linemen, they're so slow, you're not even put in the position to juke anybody. All you have to do is just run around them. Just run around them. I mean, you're gonna see that later in this game. All you have to do is just run around them. So, address contains. I think they work, but I think they really work if you're playing from like a more of a wide, you know, wide 9 type of formations. You know, like the double A gaps type. You put contains on there. It's like, you know, they tend to work for the most part. There goes again. It's trying to do a double pass again. All you gotta do is play pass. You see him do it, just play pass. So you can't get it off. And I gotta play this 3-4 defense because I don't want Saquon to kill me and run, you know, running the ball. I know he's gonna try it a couple times. But you see what I mean? All you gotta do is just run away. I could get blitz in there, but I can never sack the quarterback. If I'm playing Lamar or I'm playing, you know, there he goes. I forgot to set the contain, and you know he just runs around and tosses it over. You know, play good defense, and you forget one little thing, and that, you know, that's the thing. And this year, it's just so many things you have to remember when you're playing defense. You got to remember to set your safety depths. You got to remember to set your RPOs. There's so many things you have to set on defense to get everything to play just right, and they still get away with stuff. So if they can find a way for us to, I mean, you got to be able to contain the quarterback somehow, sack almost or whatever. That's got to happen somehow, or we're just gonna, you know. And then the zones, particularly flat zones. Flat zones do not attack the flats like you're supposed to. Most of the other zones, you can kind of work with it, but flat zones in particular, they just don't do what you're supposed to do. So you're forced to use the coverage adjustments for flat zones, but then in turn, it disrupts you trying to play any type of what's called man match principles or match principles on your zones, because you have to set the hard flats, you know, to 5 so they can play hard flats. So you know, it's just, I mean, we'll see what they do when it comes to adjustment. But right now, like, defense is extremely frustrating to play. It's extremely frustrating. You have to do so many things. If you want to play man, you got to play man. You got to make sure you send the right adjustments where you want to attack to the inside or attack to the outside. If you don't get one thing right, then you got to make sure you set your contains at the same time. Why? I think they've reduced the quick snaps. It used to be 7 seconds, but I think it's more like 5 seconds now. Because how fast people quick snap you on this game while you try to make adjustments. So what's the point of having the new adjustments for zone when you don't have time to even set when you're on defense? Like, defense is just at a disadvantage all the way around. And if your thing doesn't play right, like, I don't know how long people are gonna stick to it for the rest of the year. Because it just, I mean, it's first days out. We'll see what people do. But and then of course, like, plays like these happen a lot. Like jump ball plays, it happens a lot. Defenders do not go and knock the ball down, and I mean, I got away with one right there. But then it's going to happen to me later on in the game where it's going to happen to me too. It's just something just happens within the game. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what kind of tweaking, what kind of adjustments they do. But that's just my main thing right now on defense. What I think you're going to struggle a lot is lack of pass rush, because of teams that don't have ability linemen that can rush the quarterback. If you don't have a star lineman rushing the quarterback, you're going to struggle getting pass rush without blitzing. And then if you do blitz, like I'm doing right here, Jalen, he just runs away. He just runs away from me. He just runs away from the blitz. And especially that I have to use linebackers to play because I don't want Saquon to run on me. I'm blitzing with a line. There we go right here. So I got the contain on. I'm playing the right defense, and this still happens. You know what I mean? He ran 25 yards across the line of scrimmage and does all that. Like, I'm just sitting here like, what am I supposed to do? Like, literally, what am I supposed to do on defense? You know what I mean? It's like I'm sitting on defense and just waiting and praying that he makes a mistake. You gotta struggle to stop the run. Then when it comes to passing, he's doing these, the wide receivers running the wheel routes. Finally snuck up on him right there, running the wheel route. So I know how to stop it, but I can't really stop it right now. He's doing it again right here. But you're gonna see my flats gets stuck on the defender, and then the wheel gets open again. So he gets stuck, and the wheel gets open. So I'm using my corners to play the wheel again, just in case. You know, he does it, but then there goes the jump ball, and I get most this time. So I'm trying the hardest I can, but it's like I got my guys in the right places, and things just doesn't happen for me. So I got 2 minutes here to try to score and send this thing to overtime plus 2-point conversion. So let's see how this drive goes.
Second and 10 now. Williams.
And when you have games like this is why I play games like this. I try to highlight it and show it to you guys. So when I go on stream, you understand why it's hard to be a streamer streaming this stuff when there are things that's happening within the game that you could complain about and say, hey, this mechanic is broken. I need to fix this mechanic, and this has happened to me. But if somebody's coming into my stream and watching it, they don't see what I'm seeing. Like when I point out in these videos, they don't see it. They're just gonna say, well, you gotta do what you gotta do to play defense. I'm like, nah, I mean, you can't do what you gotta do to play defense. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that people don't pay attention to. You just watch the play happen, and you're not really paying attention to the minute details of what's happening within the play that's causing frustrations. You know what I mean? So let's see if I can convert here. Nobody really open. I mean, I don't mind getting sacked. If I gotta get sacked, gotta take a sack. I just want to be able to replicate the same thing when I'm on defense. When I'm on defense, this mobile quarterbacks is everybody's Michael Vick now. It's out of control. No, the mobile quarterbacks, that is. The mobile quarterbacks out of control. So 4th down and 14 here. See if I can convert. Playing pretty good defense.
Desperation time here. Odunze's got it right side.
I mean, I took that dive, man. Lucky I made it. First down. So what I think I down the ball here real quick. Alright. On this play right here, you see he's the user in the middle of the field. He's trying to take this out route. Maybe I threw it anyway just to try to get closer, but it got batted down. So because I see that he's playing that guy right there, I just did an audible to X over here to run a post down the middle of the field. Since he's so worried about the out route. So that's my look here, because I know he's in cover 2. There it goes again. So I got the middle of the field now. So, I mean, there's the frustrations for folks that are just now getting the game. I mean, you guys gonna see that too. Like defense is it's hell playing defense. You're playing defense on a prayer, man. You're praying something happens. At least that's the way I'm feeling. I generally play with the Bears, so I don't know how it feels like to really play with it. Like I know the Ravens have pretty good defense. Their line is pretty stout. They get to the quarterback, but I mean, it's just hard, man. It's hard to play with the Bears and not get what you're supposed to. You think you're supposed to get just the basic rush. I'm not even getting that, and it's hindering my ability to play defense. Because I cannot blitz every single down. It's just that's not a sustainable defense. I can't blitz every single down. 5, 6 guys sending blitz just to get pressure, and then leaving the back end vulnerable to to passes and stuff. Especially how the zones are playing. And if I do send the blitz, they're not gonna get to the quarterback because he's just gonna run backwards. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just on defense. Like I can't do anything. Like, it doesn't seem fair sometimes, So that's the struggles I'm feeling right now. It's kind of hard to adjust. So this formation right here, I got to come out of this because I got to stop Saquon from running because I know he wants to run. So I got to stop the run because if Saquon gets anywhere, if he gets going, running, it's hard to bring him down. So you got to stop him like at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. Because with the jukes and everything, like I say, the ability players, man, they're tough. If he gets out there, the one-on-one with my defender, he's out of here. Nice 6 speed and juking abilities, and it's over. So I'm just trying to keep him down, but He's doing his thing. So I think right here is going to run that wheel play again, I think. No, this is a double pass. But then he's not doing this, just throwing it to Saquon on the backfield. So every time I see when that guy goes in motion like that, I just play pass. Because he could do it again. I'm not trying to get beat over the top. So this could be the wheel play, but nobody's running the ball. And that's what I mean when I'm trying to stop the wheel play coming out in nickel. And then when I come out in nickel, he does inside zone. And that's kind of how Saquon scored on me last time. I got lucky because he had a backup in this time. So now I'm back to 3-4 because I don't want to get ran on again. But now I got my outside corners playing flat so I don't get hit on the wheel again. You know what I mean? It's just so many things you have to remember to do. So we're just trying to do our best to try to keep him out the end zone at least. And the thing is, he's stalling and wasting time here in overtime. He doesn't understand overtime rules. You know, we're in playoff rules here in overtime. You got to go score touchdowns. We're playing touchdown games, not who's going to run the clock down, which is what he was trying to do here in overtime. Just kind of strange. So when he kicked his field goal, he thought the game was over, but the announcer says, "Yeah, I get the ball back." So now you got to keep me out of the end zone. So like, even though the Eagles technically have a better defense than I do, I mean, you can see the struggles he has also trying to stop me too. You know, there was no punts in the game. It was each possession you had, we kind of found ways to score, even if it was like a third down or fourth down. But you know, you got to make people pay for making mistakes. With interceptions, there's a lot of dropped interceptions too. And you got to be able to sack the quarterback. If you're gonna have the tool where you can juke behind the back, then let them juke behind the backfield, but at least allow whoever gets to the line of scrimmage to get to the quarterback. Because right now, unless you're blitzing with a corner, like linebackers are just the slowest linemen. So if you're blitzing, if you're playing 3-4, 4-3, and you're blitzing with linebackers, you gotta make sure they're like at least in the 90 speed threshold to be able to get the speed to be able to contain to the quarterback. You know what I mean? And I don't have none of that. I've looked through my quarterback and my linebackers. They're just not that fast. Try to do that Superman dive into the end zone, cut it short. So he's playing more over there on the left. So I'll go back to the run. Send the guy in motion. And I kind of throw him off. Get him to block the guy he just put in the slot. And that's how the game ends. Alright, y'all. If you guys got any questions, I just like my gripes with Madden, and hopefully in the future those get addressed. And maybe we get a better game. Till next time, guys. Talk to y'all later. Alright, one.
And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory.